Matchday 26 continues as the teams who went on holidays last weekend unrolls their fixtures. Wolverhampton Wanderers host Leicester City to celebrate the romantic Valentine weekend of the Premier League on Friday 14 February at Molineux Stadium. Southampton will take on Burnley at St Mary's Stadium. Liverpool are being tipped to crush Norwich as top plays the bottom, while there will be no separating Chelsea and Man United in a thriller all in this weekend's preview. Wolves vs Leicester. All eyes will be on Molineux Stadium when Wolverhampton and Leicester City face each other on Matchday 26 in what is expected to be a very exciting clash. The Wolves produced a fine display in a goalless draw with Manchester United at Old Trafford, which is surely giving fans a reason for optimism ahead of Friday's clash. Wolverhampton aims to stay in the race for a place in the Champions League, and we are positive that they will go for a win against Brendan Rodgers' troops. The Foxes, on the other hand, played out a 2-2 draw with Chelsea in their last league match, but the team's key attacker Jamie Vardy doesn't seem to be on top of his game at the moment. Anyhow, given the attacking potential of Brendan Rodgers' team, we believe that both teams can score in this encounter. Southampton vs Burnley. After losing to Tottenham Hotspurs in the FA Cup last 32, Southampton will be aiming to give fans something to cheer about when they host Burnley at their St Mary's Stadium on Saturday afternoon. In the last decade, the two sides have gone head-to-head 12 times. Southampton has run out winners in 4 of these head-to-head matches, and Burnley has won 4 times. The other 4 matches ended in a draw. The Saints have been scoring goals for fun in the second half of the season, and we predict that they are going to stick to their attacking style of play against Burnley. A man to keep an eye on in the home team will be Danny Ings, who has netted 17 goals in all competitions so far this term. The Clarets, on the other hand, have been in a fine form in the Premier League of late, with the team beating the likes of Leicester City and Man United while sharing the spoils with Arsenal. Norwich City vs Liverpool. Even though Jurgen Klopp rested the entire starting lineup against Shrewsbury Town, Liverpool did well to make it to the FA Cup last 16. The German tactician is likely to field the best possible side against Norwich City, and the good news for the fans is that Sadio Mane is likely to recover in time to face the relegation strugglers. Considering that Mohamed Salah has been in a splendid form of late, we predict that the Reds are going to extend their winning run in the Premier League to 17 games. The Canaries, on the other hand, are fighting hard to avoid relegation to the Championship. Norwich City did well to hold Newcastle United to a goalless draw in their last league match, but they will have a much bigger fish to fry against Liverpool, who are determined to win their first league trophy since 1990. It is not just Norwich who seem to pose little threat to Liverpool, but the entirety of the Premier League. Having established such a dominant lead over even their closest rivals, Liverpool seems unstoppable at the moment. Of the 24 league matches that the Reds played this season, they have won 23 and drawn just once. Norwich has lost 15 league games so far, conceding 47 goals in the process. Aston Villa vs Tottenham Hotspurs. Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur face each other at Villa Park in what is expected to be one of the most entertaining games of Sunday's program. The Villains are eager to secure yet another Premier League survival, while Spurs aim to stay in the race for a place in the Champions League. Tottenham top scorer Harry Kane remains in the recovery room, but Korea international Son, who scored the winner in the FA Cup replay against Southampton, is likely to prove a handful for the opposition defenders. Aston Villa has been struggling at the back in 2020, which is probably the main reason why we are tempted to believe Jose Mourinho's troops will get the win in this game. Key attacker Wesley Moraes is sidelined with a knee injury, while midfielder John McGinn misses the match through an ankle problem. In the first half of the season, Spurs defeated the Villains 3-1. Arsenal vs Newcastle United. After sharing the spoils with each of their previous 4 rivals, Arsenal will be looking to return to winning ways in the Premier League when they host Newcastle United at their Emirates Stadium on Sunday afternoon. The Gunners aim to move a little closer to the Champions League berth, and this has to go down as yet another must-win game for the capital club. Mikel Arteta has brought fresh optimism with him following his arrival as manager in December, but results have continued to be poor, with the Spaniard winning just one of his 7 Premier League games so far. A frustrating 0-0 draw at Burnley last time out was Arsenal's 4th consecutive league draw, and it's left Arsenal sitting 10th in the Premier League table and 10 points adrift of 4th-place Chelsea. Therefore, the North Londoners simply have to beat Newcastle United at home next Sunday afternoon if they're to stand any chance of catching Chelsea and finishing in the top 4 this season. However, the Geordies head to the capital also in desperate need of all 3 points, as they've won just one of their last 7 Premier League games, so Steve Bruce is under pressure to get a result at the Emirates. Considering that Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta can count on key players for the Newcastle United game, home win should be considered. Newcastle has a number of injury concerns to deal with, as Bruce will be without Emil Kraft, Jonjo Shelvey, Javi Manquillo, Yoshinori Muto, Dwight Gale, Andy Carroll, Jack Colback, Paul Dummett and Jetro Williams for the game. In the first half of the season, Arsenal defeated Newcastle 1-0 at St James Park, and you should bear in mind that the Gunners are eyeing their 4th consecutive triumph over the Magpies. Check out the full preview analysis of Chelsea vs Manchester United in the next video, and please subscribe to support our work. Thanks.